In other news, the Director General of the World Trade Organization, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, is warning against a global economic recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic steeped in inequalities. Now, Dr. Ngozi says vulnerable groups in society are not adequately represented in the booming sectors of economies such as digital services, a factor which may lead to stunted recovery. The Director General spoke at the WTO headquarters in Geneva, that's Switzerland, during the release of a joint policy note between the World Bank and the World Trade Organization titled "The Role of Trade in Developing Countries: Road to Recovery."
According to our WTO forecasts, merchandise trade is set to continue to rise by 4.7% this year, 2022. That's why trade will continue to be an important means to support economic recovery. But even as trade has bounced back from its pandemic slump, the current trade growth remains highly uneven across sectors and regions. Vulnerable groups, including women and poor people, are underrepresented in some booming sectors, such as digitally supplied services, and overrepresented in some struggling sectors, such as tourism. Current supply chain bottlenecks, such as port backlogs, may also weigh on trade in particular areas and impact disproportionately small developing countries that are far from the major world markets. All this prevents the economic recovery from being as inclusive as it should be. It is therefore key to tackle the vulnerabilities that developing countries face, including limited economic diversification, reduced access to trade finance, and the digital divide as well. Addressing temporary supply chain bottlenecks is also important.